let's get to it. Welcome. Thanks for coming through.
It's big motherfucking PK. What's up?
So I like to start from the beginning with everybody. I'm curious myself. When were you born? Where were you born?
I was born August 19, 2004, and I was born in Austin, Texas.
Okay. Is that where your family's from, or?
My family's from Mexico.
Okay. So you're the second generation
Yes.
here in the States. What's your earliest memory over there? First thing you can remember?
Of like Mexico?
Did you?
Wait, or Austin?
Wherever you were. Where most people, it's usually around like 2 or 3 years old. Your first memory. Sometimes it's earlier.
I don't remember shit when I was young.
Yeah.
Like,
You smoke a lot of weed.
I do smoke a lot of weed.
That probably has some effect on it. How old were you when you started smoking weed?
It's probably like 10.
Okay.
Probably 10.
You got any like funny stories from the first time you smoked
I was
weed?
a tweaker, like
Really?
a geeker and a tweaker. I would just like eat a lot of food and munch. I'll be eating a lot of fucking food and shit and be laughing hella.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still do, but it was like way worse when I was younger. I would start acting like funny and shit. Like people be like, you a lightweight. I'll be like, bro, you not trying to get high? Like, I don't give a fuck.
You prefer sativa or indica?
I like both, but
Mm-hmm.
sativa if I'm trying to eat some food. Indica if I'm trying to go to sleep.
For sure. Who raised you growing up?
Raised me, my grandma.
Okay. What was kind of one of the first things that you remember observing from watching your grandma growing up?
I mean, my aunt and my uncle are blind, and so they would live with my grandma. So, I just remember like helping guide my aunt and my uncle around everywhere they need to go. Helping my grandma out, helping her cook food, clean the crib, just,
Did you grow up with any siblings?
Yes, I do have a little sister, an older brother, and an older sister.
Okay, so you're kind of in the middle. What do you feel like you learned from growing up being in the middle?
I learned how to be independent, and take care of myself because I really couldn't depend on my mom like that or my dad. My dad wasn't there at all, so I just learned how to get it on my own.
For sure. You found yourself like hustling at a young age?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of bring it back to the weed, what if you could smoke weed with any 5 people, dead or alive, who would it be?
I would say Snoop Dogg for sure. Rihanna. Who else? Nicki Minaj.
One more.
Lil Wayne.
Okay, that'd be cool, for sure. So who introduced you to music? Like, what's some of the first things you remember hearing when you were young?
I remember hearing all them Disney Channel songs.
For sure.
Like, all them Disney Channel Nickelodeon songs.
Yeah.
Like Zendaya. She was on this show called Shake It Up.
Mm-hmm. How old did you say you were?
When? How old am I right now?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 20 years old.
Okay, for sure. So Disney Channel was a big musical
I mean,
influence
like,
when you were young?
I feel like just like everybody wanted to be on like Disney Channel. Like,
Definitely, I mean,
TV,
Disney Channel was
what
the
I
shit,
mean?
for sure.
I mean, that's when I was young and innocent, didn't know like what they were doing behind the scenes, but I was like seeing them do their little music videos here and there on the commercials. I was like, oh, I want to do that, and I would make little dances.
As you got older and kind of got more into music, what were you listening to?
I was listening to a lot of that party music. I like all types of music, sad music, party music, club music, rave music, rap, everything.
For sure. Do you remember your first crush?
My first crush. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what was
It was
his name?
like 5th grade. His name was Danny.
Okay. Did you tell him that you liked him?
No. So it was actually an awkward story. Basically, I was like a little ugly kid, so I don't know, like I had a huge crush on this boy, and I would like go and talk to him, and he would tell me, he was like, do you know I'm a wolf?
A wolf?
He would say he was a wolf because he was the fastest in the class. So
Okay.
he was like, I don't know, he was pretending he was a wolf, and like I liked him so much, so I was like, I'm a wolf too. And I would just start we would start howling and shit on some weird ass little liked me back, but it was just like, it's that
That's cool.
little kid shit.
It's a good story. Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
What's that like?
It's terrible.
Why?
It's a terrible feeling because it has like the best highs and the worst lows. You know, like shit will be going so good, and then you know like miscommunication or boundaries that haven't been set will like fuck everything up, and you know just put you in a low point in your life. You know, like either you're gonna be like at the happiest point in life, or you're gonna be like at the saddest point in life. Like when you're in love, I feel like.
You think it's worth it? Because the way you're describing it, it doesn't really sound fun to me.
I mean, you know, like it just depends how hard both of you are going for each other, and if you're willing to both sacrifice a lot for it, you know.
Yeah.
Like if that's something both of y'all are gonna work together in the future to build, then it's worth it. But you know, like if one person is 30% and the other person is 70%,
it has to be mutual.
That's when it's like it's horrible. It's not worth it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a constant improvement. You always have to get better at communicating.
Yeah. I mean, even in the beginning, you have to set boundaries, or later on, you're gonna
regret that. Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Okay, so when did you start making music? How did you even realize that was something you could do?
I started when I was like 15. I was just making music on my phone.
On what, like an app?
Like
What app was
BandLab.
it? BandLab.
I was on BandLab, yeah. I had all these little presets, and I'll just get my headphones and go in the closet and just make little
You could pull like a YouTube beat in there, or what?
Yeah, you could like screen record the YouTube beat and then go to BandLab and then click the file, click the video, put it in there as the beat, and then go record it over here. If you have some iPhone headphones, it sounds like a real studio if you know how to work it.
Okay.
So
And you got like little presets and stuff.
If you're a broke bitch, highly recommend.
Right. So like, let's say I'm 18-year-old female, just got out of high school, and I want to rap. What should I do? And I'm in Texas.
Well, I dropped out.
Okay.
So.
You think that you recommend that?
I mean, everybody chooses a different path in life. I mean, obviously, I was able to make something happen without school. Some people
do you think
might
you would
not be able to do that.
Do you think you would have been able to do both?
Yes. If it was more like an online school type thing where I could just focus on the work that I'm supposed to do. I feel like the school that I went to was so much drama and negativity and bad energy that like everybody was doing drugs and everybody was just.
It was a distraction.
It was like nobody was going for school anymore.
I'm sure there was a couple nerds.
Well, yes, there was definitely, but majority weren't really going for school. They're going
you were hanging out with?
Talk shit, fighting, smoke, and skip school.
Okay, so you said you started making music on your phone. Like, did somebody tell you that you could do that, or you just figured that on your own?
I had ran into a couple artists, like, going out and stuff, and I would see, like, how they do it. Like, they would just have little studios set up in their cribs and have it on BandLab on the computer and make something of it. Like, I would watch them.
Okay, so
take notes.
How did it graduate from, like, recording on your phone to... Did you end up going to like a home studio or like?
There is this really nice studio built in the city, and
in Austin. I
had some connections, like my manager, and a couple other people in the city that had seen that I was like I wasn't the first female to start rapping in the city for sure, but I definitely was one of the most with potential. Like I'm the one that had the most potential. Did you drop a music video,
or like how did people start seeing you?
No, like so I saw this, I know the people that own the studio, and they're like, come record a real song. And my manager now, he had like booked like a 5-hour session with like me and like 3 other artists. He was like testing them all out, like seeing like who's gonna like take the studio time seriously. And me and like one other person that wasn't even supposed to be there were like the only ones that took the studio serious. The other people got drunk and too fucked up to rap, and I made something. So yeah, I just started going to that studio. I learned how to record. I mean, I still don't know all the terms yet, but I know like what to do.
How'd you meet your manager?
He does a lot of the pop-ups in the city. He does a lot of the music events for the upcoming artists, and he was just helping out all the artists in the city and all the other cities.
So you reached out?
Yes.
Got it. Where's your rap name come from?
My rap name comes from, so my real name is Priscilla, and I was just going to a lot of house parties and shit, and people was like, you need a name, like, you need a nickname. Like, it's like Pkilla, and I was like, hey, like, Priscilla Pkilla. And then later on, I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna capitalize on, like, the sex. So I came up with this, like, Pussy Killer, and I wanted to make stripper clothing for, like, all the strippers and shit, so I'm gonna put it, like, Pussy Killer.
Okay. Are you a stripper?
No.
You haven't danced before, but that's...
Yeah, I like the clothing.
Yeah, for sure. You have, like, a brand, or...?
Coming soon.
Okay, cool. You have any kids?
No.
Do you want kids?
One day.
Yeah, eventually?
Eventually.
What would be the most important thing you'd want to teach your kids?
I mean, I would want them, you know, to be able to be comfortable enough to come to me and tell the truth to me, and, you know, I want them to know that I'm going to accept them for who they are, and I wouldn't want them to go be doing drugs on the streets and shit like that. Like, if they want to, like, smoke weed at a good age, you know, I would tell them, like, I'd rather you come smoke weed at the house with me than going out and finding out in the streets and shit. Or, like, I don't want them to be stealing. I don't want them to just be judging people for no reason. I want them to just be focused on their schoolwork, their money, and their future. I want them to be a respectable person.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're going to follow your example.
Yeah. I don't set the best example right now, but if I did have kids, you know, everything would change.
You think so?
I think so.
Like if you had a kid right now?
That wouldn't happen. I'm very focused.
Yeah. Who are your favorite people to work with as far as producers, engineers?
I have one engineer, like, he's the main one I work with. He just always knows my sound. His name is Chino.
In Austin?
Shout out Chino, yeah.
Okay, for sure. What about producers? Any producer that you like?
Producer, there's this one on YouTube. His name's like Manu GTV. He does really good beats, and I really like all his beats. So that's like one of the ones I use. Or Money Productions. I fuck with him a lot. I like all the YouTube beats, not gonna lie. Like, I just feel like I haven't met a producer like that in real life yet.
Gotcha. Who are your favorite artists right now you're listening to day to day?
Pkilla.
Besides yourself?
I don't listen to people's music.
You don't listen to no music? You don't fuck with like Glorilla or anything?
Definitely. I definitely do. Not gonna lie. Okay, yeah. Glorilla, like, right. Bad bitches, you know.
Yeah.
Big booty. The Latino artists, you know, Santa Fe, Clan, all the big artists.
For sure.
Fuck everybody.
What's your creative process like? You write or you punch in?
I mean, it just depends. Like, if I have time to spare, then I will go in the studio just fuck around on a beat. But if I don't got time to spare, if I'm focused, I'm gonna write something so I could be prepared before the studio. I always plan out a vision for my music videos, have a storyline. You know, from the hair to the makeup to the clothes to everything, I plan it out in my head and make it come to life.
For sure. So outside of any type of like fan love or streams or sales, what do you think is your best song, your favorite song?
My best song, I would definitely say, is 4-5 Princess right now.
Cool. You ever tried to make your own beats before?
No, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. One day.
Where do you think most rappers can improve?
Definitely like marketing, promotion. I feel like a lot of people I see like have money and they don't know what to do with it. Like, I did a lot of the shit that I've been doing for a long time with no money, so I could only imagine if I did have money like that, like what I would be able to do with it.
Definitely. What are some of the places you would put that money towards?
Shit. Everything. Marketing, blogs. Mainly blogs. That's how you need a consistent like blog budget.
Talking like Instagram posts and stuff like that?
Instagram posts, TikTok posts, Facebook posts, all different blogs, Second Cheese, World Star, different blogs, Full Community, No Jumper, pay every single day. I'm famous. Look at that.
Where do you think you can improve as an artist personally?
Me, I'll definitely say my lyrics. You know, I write all my music, so I feel like I definitely need to work on like some stuff that I say because I do get stuck a lot. But you know, that's just one thing. And my performance. definitely like the way I perform. I know I'm not the best, but I just always have to like rush in, just go straight on stage, no practice most of the time. So, because it's so last minute most of the time. So that's something I could work on, but it's getting way better.
Yeah, it takes practice, it takes time, right?
Yes.
What's the best piece of advice anyone's ever given you?
What was it?
What's the best piece of advice let's say you could give yourself 5 years ago?
I could give myself 5 years ago. Instead of spending your own money or paying for slots on upcoming shows or little, artist shows like that, spend that money on your music. Spend it on your music videos, your studio time, blogs, your own marketing, and then eventually, like, by the time you do that and you're more up and up, people are gonna book you and pay you to go perform. Instead of performing at these places that are gonna charge you like $300 to $500, you're gonna go perform. You're gonna spend your own money on your hair, your outfits, everything. You're gonna show up. They're gonna put you first, and you're performing for all artists that don't give a fuck, just waiting their turn. It's not worth it.
Gotcha. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from being in the music industry?
That you can't trust anyone. Yeah.
Why not?
Because you never know nobody's intentions in this game, and you just gotta keep good people around you and go off people's energy.
How do you keep good people around you? How do you find a good circle?
No new people. I have the same people that I've been fucking with since I started, so it's just, like, they might come around, like, maybe, like, once, but they're not there for the long run, so.
You got any hobbies the fans might not know about?
I do makeup, like, I do makeup on, like, TikTok. I really take music full time, so it's, like, that's what I do most of the time.
Are you interested in any other type of business outside of music, or maybe in the future?
I want to start my own clothing brand. I might, like, drop, like, a makeup line or something.
Yeah.
Besides that, I'm fully 100% in on this music.
Definitely. How often do you record?
At least every week.
Yeah. Are you dropping everything that you record, or some of it you?
I pretty much dropped a lot of it. Like, I dropped all the shit, basically. I just dropped 2 EPs on February 14th. It was like 13 and 12.
You dropped two EPs on the same day?
Yes.
And altogether it's 13, 14 songs?
Yeah, something like that.
Were they like love songs?
One EP was called No Love Left. It was all singing songs. And then the other one is Southside Queen. It's all rap.
For sure. I'll check it out. Do you have a message for the youth?
For the youth, never downplay your own success by looking on the internet and just thinking like, oh, that's what I gotta go be doing, like, or oh, I'm not doing good enough because these people on the internet is flexing it, like, just trust the process, trust where you're at. God is always gonna put you in the right place at the right times.
You don't have to compare yourself.
You don't have to compare yourself, you got this.
You got a favorite movie?
Not really.
No. Favorite TV show?
Baddies. Put me on Natalie Nunn.
Not really. Yeah, Baddies?
I fuck with Baddies. It's the only one I'm gonna watch if I got time. I really got time for that shit.
Tell you more about the Pkilla show.
The Pkilla show, yes. We will be starting soon.
What's your biggest goal in life? What do you want to
My
accomplish?
biggest goal in life, I really want to buy land big enough to have my whole family and my team. And my team's family.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just a whole land, like a whole neighborhood.
Like a whole.
Hey, I'm across the street. That'd be fine.
For sure. Success, basically, is what you really want.
Yes.
So let's say. Actually, do you think it's important to invest in yourself in artists? Like, what are some ways?
Definitely. Scared money don't make no money. Period. Like, you're gonna definitely spend a lot more money in the beginning than you're gonna make, but it's gonna be worth it in the end if you keep going. I mean, if you give up, then that's your fault, you know? Like, you can't expect nobody to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself.
How do you know what to put that money towards?
Because I do my research. I mean, a lot of
Well,
people
in
don't.
general, yeah. Like how,
Yeah,
as an artist, like let's say I'm an artist and I'm trying to figure out like how do I grow.
I mean, I have a really good
Especially-
team. Like, my manager is really smart, you know? He's
Yeah.
given me a lot of game throughout the years, and
You want to jump in? You got an answer for that? No? He's like, nah. The game is to be sold, not told.
yeah, but I mean, I just basically picked up a lot throughout the years, and I pretty much know what to do at this point.
For sure. You feel confident that you just keep doing what you're doing and it's gonna
Yeah.
keep going up and up and up.
I'm the hottest Latina rapper in the game right now.
There you go. Did you, no, we already talked about that actually. You got a favorite food?
I like green enchiladas.
For sure.
I be eating the most. Like, I like tamales, so I don't know. I like Mexican food.
What do you put in the bowl first, the cereal or the milk?
The cereal, but if I only got a little bit of milk, then
Then
the
you
milk.
got-
I'm just gonna use the rest of the milk.
Yeah, I feel you. Have you ever gone through depression?
Definitely.
What's that like? How do you get through that?
It's terrible. I actually like went to the doctor and they like told me like I for real got depression. Like they had to give me meds and everything. I didn't take the meds though because like I feel like that makes you need them. Like you have like if you take those type of meds and all that shit, like it's gonna make you rely on the meds to feel happy. Instead, I just worked on myself. You know, depression, it could happen at any time. You could just, and it's not always just about like being sad and, you know, crying. Nah, like sometimes you could just be there and like feeling nothingness, like feeling like no motivation to do nothing, to get up, you know, to get ready, to, you know, go outside in the world. Like sometimes you're just there, like no hope. Ways I've gotten over it is like cleaning my environment, you know, stay clean. Trying to keep good people around you. That's always a good thing. You know, if you have trash people around you, you're gonna become trash. That's how I see it. And you keep millionaires around you, you're gonna become a millionaire. Like it's just, you know. They say money don't solve, or money don't buy happiness, or what's that saying? I really feel like it do. Like, I don't know. I really feel like it do. And not in the sense that, like, I need money to be happy. More like, oh, like, now I don't got this stress of, like, taking care of my family. I got security with the money. I could buy my family a house and not worry about where my sister going to be at the next day. If she going to be on the streets tomorrow or not. Like, I know that I could take care of them.
Right.
You know, that security, that's what it brings.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. It brings comfort to an extent.
To an extent.
You think saving money is important?
I'm horrible at it.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it.
What do you like to spend money on?
Clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I got this like yesterday or something.
It's cute.
I went shopping. And
Where'd you
I
get
live
it?
here.
Where'd
I
you
don't
get
know. It was right there on Melrose, but I bought hella shit. It was like $600.
Oh,
It
no.
was terrible.
You have like buyer's remorse? Like, oh man, maybe I should.
No, I don't. Actually, I love everything. I don't feel bad. That's the thing, though. I don't feel bad. like.
Well, it's gonna
come back.
It's gonna come back, yeah.
That's why. I
Is
feel
it-
like it's all gonna come back.
I mean, especially
It's
for
full
what
circle.
you do, it's an investment to look good.
Look good.
What's your favorite place that you traveled to?
I love it here, but I haven't got to experience too much here because I've been working so hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might be here, but what I did get to experience is New York.
Yeah.
I love New York.
Yeah.
My homegirl over there, she's from New York.
Yeah, New York
I
is dope.
love New York. Ah! I love the food, I love the people, I love the music scene, I love how fast paced it is, how creative everybody is, how supportive everybody is. You could just run into somebody and they already want to make a video content with you. Like, it's amazing. I love everything.
Definitely. You got a celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Carol G.
Okay,
She's sexy.
there you go.
She's a bad bitch.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, of course, like, everybody has their doubts. you know. But I definitely feel like when I was at the lowest points in my life and I had absolutely nothing, nobody, that's who was there for me, God, you know. And even if you don't believe, like, you don't gotta believe. But in my experience, you know, I wouldn't be here without him. So.
Definitely. Did you grow up like believing in God,
No.
or was it something later in life?
I mean, my family believes in different religion or different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, like, I just was like a crash out when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was just in such a dark point in my life, and I was wondering, like, why am I here? Like, I'm praying to you every day. Like, how are you putting me through this shit? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you real, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I was like, nah, like, I don't do that shit. Like, I really did it at one point, and then, like, I would, like, start manifesting. Like, I don't know. I believe, but I have a very open belief. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very open, and I don't judge because, I mean, this world is very crazy, and you never know. Like, you never know what could be real or what could not be real.
For sure. So you kind of mentioned like when you were a little younger there, that maybe you were kind of going through some trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
You had to look to God.
Yeah.
Can you kind of, speak on like what someone could do? Speak to the people who might be going through like a similar thing that you were going through.
I mean, when I was younger, I was taking a lot of pills.
Yeah.
I was doing drugs and shit, and I feel like in those moments, like, my mindset was like, oh, like, I'm gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm gonna
Right.
die young anyways. Like, fuck it. Like, we only live once. We only live once. Like,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. We only live once. Fuck it. But I was literally killing myself slowly.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to this age, now I'm dealing with real life for real. I didn't know I was gonna make it here for real. And now I'm like, damn, like, I should have listened.
Mm-hmm. Listen to who?
Listen to a lot of the people that would tell me
Mm-hmm.
how it's gonna be when you grow up. Like, it's so facts. Like, don't grow up fast, don't grow up fast. And you're gonna miss it when you're younger, and you don't gotta really worry about bills and worry about being a fucking human. You know, like, you gotta take care of your own shit.
Yeah.
And that's just like, now I'm here and I take care of myself because
Good.
I didn't know I was
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of the same stuff, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around like why I was so young, you know.
Yeah. I mean, but we all live once. I feel like we judge ourselves so much because, like, we're stuck with ourselves, you know.
Mhm.
And when new people meet us, it's like that's their first time experiencing you. You know, they don't see what we see ourselves as.
Yeah.
And also too, it's everybody's first time experiencing life. Like,
Definitely.
so you can't just be too hard on ourselves.
Yeah. Give yourself grace. Cool. So that's pretty much all the questions I got. Is there anything else you want to go over? Any upcoming? You did
Shout
this-
out Austin, Texas. You know, I'm a bad little bitch from the South. I'm coming for Cali, period. I'm gonna be the next rapper out of Cali.
Yeah. You gonna hit the studio tomorrow? Is that what I heard?
Definitely.
Okay. You collaborating with anybody while you're out here?
I really don't wanna like jinx nothing, so
Yeah.
if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming through.
And shout out from the gutter. We in this bitch.
28 minutes. Something like that. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay.